Okay, now we have to understand the fourth determinant, that is T, or taste and preference of a consumer towards a commodity. If the taste and preference are favorable, then consumer will demand more, and unfavorable, consumer will demand less. Favorable means simply you can understand, like if you see a particular celebrity wearing a certain type of t-shirt, then you start liking it. Favorable taste and preference. Demand will rise in the market. Unfavorable, like for the old orthodox television, the box type, the demand has fallen out of fashion, right? Unfavorable taste and preference. So if a question is asked regarding this, you have to mention that if there is favorable taste and preference, then demand will rise, and during unfavorable taste and preference, demand would fall. Then last is expectation regarding future price. Or it can also be known as speculation. Simply means that what the consumer feels of regarding the changes in the price in near future. Suppose the consumer feels that there will be rise in the price of the commodity in the near future, so he will buy more at present. If you suppose you go to buy tomato, today you are getting it for 20 rupees per kg. The seller tells you that it will be 30 rupees kg by tomorrow, so you may buy 2 kgs instead of 1. While if the consumer feels that there will be fall in the price of the commodity in near future, he would buy less at present. The only quantity sufficient to satisfy the present need. Will wait for the prices to fall in near future, right? Suppose again the same example, if you come to know that from tomorrow the price of your potatoes would be 10 rupees per kg, you may buy only half kg for today, right? Okay, so just a quick review. We studied the demand function, right? Where this was the equation of demand function. Dx is function of the Px, Pz, income, expectation, and taste and preference. These are the determinants of demand, and in detail we studied how they influence the demand for a commodity, right? So a question may be framed from here. There are many chances, 3 to 4 more questions you will get from the determinants of demand, right? So you have to just remember important concept. Okay, then next topic of our discussion is the changes in demand. They can be broadly classified into movement and shift. You have to remember that both are the changes in the demand. Movement is the change only due to the change in the price of the commodity. While other factors remaining constant. While shift is the change in demand due to the change in other factors. भाई डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है यार. While price remaining constant, right? Always remember, for representing the movement, we use the word quantity demanded. Okay, this is the term which will always, whenever it is associated with demand, quantity demanded always refers to the movement. And when the word is used simply as demand or simply as quantity, then it refers to the shift in demand. Or you simply can understand that movement is simply the representation of the law of demand, right? Other factors remaining same. So first we will study about the movement. Again, there can be two type of movements. Upward and downward, or contraction and expansion, or I can call is that increase in, this would be known as decrease in quantity demanded. This would be known as increase in quantity demanded. Remember I told you that this word quantity demanded always refers to the movement, right? So now you can see these words, it is upward movement or downward movement, or upward movement can also be known as contraction in demand and decrease in quantity demanded, while downward movement can also be known as expansion in demand or increase in the quantity demanded. It simply means the rise in demand, the fall in demand due to rise in price. You have to remember, fall in demand due to the rise in price, because demand will fall only when the price will rise, the law of demand, right? And here the cause is the fall in demand, fall in price. That is when demand rises due to the fall in price. It is known as, if you want to define downward movement, it will be when the demand rises due to fall in price. Expansion same, increase in quantity same, all have the same definition. Question can also be asked in the other way around, that what is the cause of downward movement of demand, or what is the cause of expansion in demand. So answer will be only fall in price, right? For contraction, the cause will only be rise in price, because just remember that other factors are constant. Then diagrammatically we can represent the movement and the upward and downward movement of demand, or on a demand curve. You simply have to draw a demand curve, which we already saw in the case of law of demand. Again, x-axis representing the quantity demanded, y-axis representing the price. You can see as the price rises, quantity falls, and as the price falls, quantity rises, right? So this is expansion, from point A to point B is expansion or downward movement. Right, downward, moving towards the x-axis. Then from point A to point C, we have contraction or upward movement. So again, you can just see that definitions are all satisfied, right? It is the rise in demand due to the fall in price. It is the fall in demand due to the rise in price, and the direction is again naming them downward and upward, down and up. Next we have to talk about the shift in demand. Again, shift can be of two types: rightward shift and leftward shift. Rightward shift can also be known as increase in demand or forward shift. While leftward shift can be known as decrease in demand or backward shift. Remember the word shift, what it is saying, that curve will shift from its place, right? In the moment it is only moving. The points are moving on the same curve. Here the curve will shift itself, right? It means that both will have two curves. First understand the meaning. Rightward shift, other names. First you have to just remember their other names. What are their other names, right? Now we will have to study in detail what does a rightward shift mean and what does a leftward shift mean. First we talk about the rightward shift. See, there are actually two situations possible when you can call as a change as a rightward shift. First is that when more is demanded at same price. Means price doesn't change, quantity increases, right? Second is same is demanded at a higher price. Again, you just have to understand the first point is very easy to understand. Demand increases even at the given price. Second one is that price of a commodity rises, but still the consumer doesn't reduce its demand, right? So it cannot be shown or it cannot be called as movement. You cannot call it as expansion either as contraction. So it is always part of the rightward shift. It simply indicates that if the price would have been same, the demand would have increased. The consumer is either liking the product or maybe he is expecting the prices to rise in future because all the other factors may be the reason, right? So this is the basic meaning. If you are asked what is rightward shift, these two things need to be mentioned. When more is demanded at the same price or same is demanded at a higher price. We'll discuss their causes also, right? But the basic meaning should be clear. What does it mean? Then diagrammatically again it can be represented. In your books maybe you get an incomplete diagram. So you should pay attention how the diagram is to be drawn. Right? And you have another demand curve. So on the diagram you can see I have two demand curves. One is my original demand curve which is showing me the original price OP and original quantity OQ. Now suppose my demand rises when the price remains same. Right? It is showing me the first condition of the rightward shift.